Hello, everybody. Talking about astrology right now. Here for you guys. It's open discussion. Okay. Please ask any question. Some of you will come in a little bit. Some of you coming up a little bit late. So whatever. You guys know. Some of you were prepared for this. Talking about astrology is the new understanding of the cycle. What do you mean the cycle for it and the growth? Every time there is a new planet passing from 0 degrees Pisces and goes into Aries, begins a new cycle. That is a new cycle. That is new situations that comes in. That is the evaluation of the old cycle of that planet. But what we talk about here, the new cycle, is the growth, the achievement of the growth. The growth is connecting with the planet Jupiter. And when a Jupiter entering Aries, we begin this new cycle. And a lot of you asking, what is this cycle for it? What is this rebirth? It is a rebirth. It is a rebirth, and this is like a new baby is born, which is Aries is. But that is the growth within the new growth in esoteric level. That is a new level of rebirth in consciousness, new level of rebirth in energy, new level of understanding, but also brings a lot of new things. Something new is born from within you. Hi, Erica, Unseen, Unset, Ray, Skywalker. Thank you for being here. Yeah, shares the love for it. Appreciate you all here. I'm glad to see you all here. Yeah, you got my eyes on me. I got it. Yeah, Larry, you can laugh on it right now. A little bit of serious talk, though, about this new cycle. Some of the people crossed to the path of the new cycle. They catch the waves of the new cycle. They were into the new cycle. They were prepared of the new cycle. They feeling the energy of the new cycle. Some people not, and guess why? Because of they haven't been matured enough to be born yet, to be reborn yet. It's like thinking about like a baby. The baby won't come out the 5th month. It's premature. It's not going to happen. And that's why some of the people there who are a lack of maturity, a lack of not be ready of this maturity, they can't catch that way because they have to mature from within them. A lot of growth came in of this new cycle for it. Some of you are living within the new cycle. Some of you understanding this new cycle. And some of you understand that it has much more higher meaning of this cycle that we talk about. So what's going on today and what it's today? Hi, Evolving Love. Thank you for coming in. And thank you for giving the gift of love. Appreciate it. I love the hearts that they're coming as a gift. That's mean you giving the love for it. So evolving love. That appreciate that you gave this to us. Revati, Revati-san. Hi. Thank you for coming in up here. So why do we talk about this? Jupiter, when a crossing, brings a lot of new growth, new opportunity. And usually if that happens, the planet sometimes goes forward and then it's come back into the old cycle to finish things. There is going to be a wide awakening in this new cycle for pretty much everyone available to it. Everyone who reached that maturity, everyone who reached that energy for it. And it's going to become that awakening because Jupiter right now is retrograde. And for those on the new cycle, that is about the review. you might see visions, you might see energies that are connecting with the past cycle. Also, you may see a lot of information, situations of growth that needed to be done, which is telling you what the requirements are for it. So, you guys, if you're watching the previous videos, you guys know about the cycles of the retrograde planets. The retrograde planet has a period of time that just goes back to the previous point, okay? Then it stops and then goes forward. And then the retrograde season ends, actual ends, from the point that Jupiter stopped to become a retrograde. So the whole period is more than just 6 months. The whole period is going to take pretty much like almost an year to get to this whole cycle of energy we're going to talk about here. Okay, so basically the planet, I had it written somewhere, the cycles of the retrogrades for you. So here there is, basically, I'm going to show you for. So the cycles begins here. We are learning the lesson. We are practicing the lesson. The planet stops and turns retrograde. Then we're going back to a certain point of time where the lessons, the learning lessons are reviewed and begin the new lessons that's coming. And the planet is going to come to the same spot for it. So the first thing is the lessons to be learned, review of the lesson, transformation practices of that new cycle, and then we are going to learn a beginning of brand new lessons that we haven't learned before, because the planet stopped at that point. The planet came in and turned a retrograde to bring us to the old cycle, to the old lesson. That's what this is about, these energies. But what are we reviewing though? We are reviewing the past of the human existence. We are reviewing what's going on in Earth. A lot of the planets, if you lately has been watching it, the gravitational reports, they are connecting between Taurus, Aquarius, and we have Pluto that it's in Capricorn, and we also have things that happened in the pretty recent past, and the family, which is Cancer. We had that. Now we have the new moon in Leo, which is about the wisdom from. And the reason for that wisdom is to clear our consciousness. And clearing the consciousness is the 18th degree of Taurus. Now, the 18th degree of Taurus, that is when we have a Mars, we have Uranus, we have the North Node, that they are coming in together to clear the old programming, to clear the old understandings, to clear the old paradigm. It's time to get rid of the old in us so the new can live. And the new is brought by Jupiter, who's going to entering back in Aries in the 20th of December. So we are having it from now until the 20th of December to review a lot of things connecting with you, a lot of things with your relationship with yourself, your relationship with divine, your relationship with friends, family, and everyone from it. And the learning, probably religious value, cultural value, mistakes, lessons, and so on and so on for it. Richard, CF, thank you. Thank you for coming in for it. And this new cycle is different. Some of you up here, they felt that. Can you imagine all that energy that we felt in the new cycle is actually happens on Earth? What that could have been? How much happiness, love, and understanding could have been? Because everything is based on one thing: truth. Now you learn that the power of truth is the most amazing power within the universe, with the present of here and now, with the promises that were delivered, with the energy that was given, with the energy that had actions on it, and that internal truth from within you help you to heal your past for you. We're going to go through this retrograde season. It's going to have a very good moment. And you need to look at it now within the illumination energies that are coming in. We begin to learn that the problems are not actually problems. We're learning to the new way that to look at the problems as things that we need to work, evolve, the job that needs to be done. Okay. So, for example, if you have to go do your oil change, do you accept that as a problem? Probably you do because you work on it. But if you look a little bit higher of that, it is about some necessity, something that needs to be done. Okay. And the car, as it reminds you on your dash, it says like, I need an oil change, bing, bing. I need an oil change, bing, bing. Right? It reminds you. It's the same thing with the problems. The problems that are coming, okay, they point the issues they need to evolve. Don't look at them anymore as a problem, as a challenges. They're actually the things that come to you because they are going to be a good for you when you overcome it. It's going to become more easier for you. So the next time you need an oil change, you just know about it. Oh, it's oil change. Okay. Hello, sir. I'd like to schedule my car for oil change. Can I drop it by? Yeah, sure. You go and bring it. You do your things that you need to do. Somebody does your oil change. You come back, you get your car, and guess what? You are in peace with you. You acting of the truth. Those actions of truth brings you internal peace. The reward of the new cycle is the internal peace. Some of you felt that because there was too many intense energies, but you felt different. You felt different peace from within you. And that internal peace is priceless. There is nothing you can buy that. You can't just put billions of dollars and you have an internal peace. No, it doesn't happen that way. Internal peace is built from within you based on the truth from within you and the truth within the universe. And once you combine all that, then guess what? You put your head on the pillow and it's good. It's a clear consciousness for within you. Mandip Kaur, thank you for coming in. Sorry I can't pronounce properly if I did that for you. But what's coming in the next 6-7 months, and I'm gonna go through some of the charts with you. I haven't prepared them, but I'm just gonna tell you because even if you put you the charts here, there's not gonna be kind of like so much of this. But when we're talking about the current situations as right now. We have a Mars at 17 degrees. So tomorrow he's going to join Uranus in the North Node at the 18th degree of Taurus. That degree is described as a woman that collected all the things in her bag. And now she's opened the window and she's tossing the dirt out of the bag, which is actually is interpreted as your conscious. Okay, you consciously put things in your bag. You consciously put secrets within your bag. You consciously put things that were causing you problems now. Now is the time to face the truth. Take them out because they don't need in your bag. So basically taking away all this old stuff from within you that you're not going to need them anymore. They don't work anymore. A lot of you who cross the new energy of this, you feel like you're not going back, but you're also feeling something else. You feel sadness, you feel the missing of certain things that they were within you. of the old cycle. Okay, but if you take a look, there's things you actually brought in with you in the new cycle. They're good, they're positive, they're going to evolve to something even greater than you imagine. Okay, what you have to achieve is the primary goal that it was you to reach to this to this um, place, space, and point of time to understand the value of the truth, the value that brings you, the inner peace that brings you, and you kind of like to set up a new standard from within. Now that new standard, everything else that you're bringing from your old cycle is going to be revalued, which is that's what's going on right now, and whatever is truthful and whatever is needed, and everything needs to be upgraded, that it's proper for the future use, it's going to come with you. Everything else is going to be tossed out of the window from your consciousness. A lot of the people, they're not prepared for this because they're holding to the old values. They are holding to old culture values. They're holding to old religious values, and they're not going to grow because Jupiter is growth. That is Zeus into Greek mythology. Okay, he brings this everything out into the world. Okay, that's what this is. It's that growth, personal growth from within you. All right. Currently, we have Venus and Lilith. They're both in Cancer. When the Moon and Lilith and Venus they were together. Some of you experiencing that internal growth from within the three female energies, understanding about the three female energies. If you're masculine and you understand the three female energies, if you're female, you understand how to look from within you, whatever you need as a female energies to bring from within. Whatever you don't need, it's going to be tossing out of the window. That's what it is. That's what that growth is. You used to see it from within. Currently, we're in the retrograde season. All right. What the retrograde season is when all major lessons are beginning to learn. Okay. We currently have a Jupiter who is retrograde. We have a Neptune who is retrograde in Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, that is it about reevaluating the truth from within. Get rid of the confusions. But how you get rid of the confusions? That is about actions. You look at the actions, you clear the confusion. Somebody says they're gonna do something, they didn't did it. Now there is a confusion. You are kind of like, why they didn't do it? Okay, but whose confusion is that? Yours and them's, right? But now when you eliminate yourself about that, they have problems. Maybe you also have a problem. Now you, through this duality of combining the things, you see the middle road of illumination from within. That is in the old cycle. It's in the Pisces. You should see when Neptune is going to be moving into Aries. You guys going to see how much broader view. A lot of the people is going to open their eyes. But that's coming. That's coming in the new cycle of when a Neptune crossing into Aries. We're also going to have a new cycle begins with Pluto, who is going to cross in Aquarius. New age, I mean, is going to be pretty big for it. It's going to be a pretty big. All right. And Saturn, when it moves into a Pisces, that's going to be like a lot of the people, they're going to hunker down. But there's going to be a lot of people who's going to be like, I'm not want to hunker down. I'm going to be open. I want to be truthful. I want to clear this confusions. I don't want to deal with this anymore. That's what's going to be a lot of growth and potential. We are going to have a Jupiter in Aries. We are going to have a lot of things going on from within us right now. So what to expect into this new cycle? On August 6th, okay, we are going to have a lot of energies that is going to come in. Mars is in the hurry up to go into Gemini. You guys need to understand one thing. Mars is going to be there until March in Gemini. And that's going to be the masculine relationship with everything and anything. Gemini is about relationship, friendship from within. You attract people or you push people away. Can you push the things from within you, though? It's going to be a lot of internal work. Mars is going to go retrograde in Gemini. And through this period, there's going to be a lot of people, later on who's going to experience in this, but all begins where? It begins in Taurus, in the art. And that's what this energy right now with Mars in Taurus, it is about, I have to grow in the material world. This energy is going to be very powerful. It's going to have Mars and Venus, they're going to be in a very good synchronizations within the energy. Venus is going to be at 23 degrees at Cancer. Mars is at 21 degrees in Taurus. One is the love in the family, the other is the growth in the material world. Beautiful time to build things, but during the retrograde season, first, where you build things. You build things here in your soul, within the spirit, within divine, so you can build the proper divine things for you from within. It's going to be a beautiful energy that day. We are going to have the sun as moving forward to on August 13th. Mars is going to be at 26 degrees. Venus is going to be already moving past forward to go into Leo. During that shift, we are going to experiencing like the kind of like the new moon, a little bit of energy, but we're going to be passing through the energy of the full moon. Okay. And the full moon energy is going to be intense for it. I was just going to tell you when exactly it's going to be. I'm adjusting the software here. Um, okay. So it's going to be at 10:30 p.m. That is going to be a New York time uh, for it. It's going to be on August 11th. And during the full moon, we're actually going to be looking at just something very, very powerful. That full moon is going to join Saturn, which is the karmic ruler. And some of you is going to receive karma, good or bad, but you're going to look at it to these karma issues for it. Since we're in a retrograde season, your soul is going to be receiving things from within you. That is going to be kind of like a lot intense energy. But if you have this truth, you have this everything, it's not going to bother you. Okay, but you also may have to revive something from within you, like new energy of the new cycle to take into a new position. Okay, because the moon in Aquarius, it brings a new point of view to oppositions. Okay, two opposite things coming into one. Saturn is the teacher. Okay, and the astrology, he teaching about the hidden things there behind the veil. Since he is right now squaring with the north node and the south node, he's going to reveal things about karma. You're going to learn things about karma. You maybe learn it in the good way, maybe learn it in the bad way. One thing is guaranteed: you are going to learn one way or another for you. Christine, thank you for coming in. Anna Brice, thank you. Thank you guys all for coming in for it. So, to look a little bit more ahead of this new cycle, we're going to be looking at it until December for you guys. August 18th, the energy is going to be pretty good for it. Mars, it's in the last degree of Taurus. He's going to be together with the moon. Actually, the moon is going to close Mars cycle in Taurus. and Mars is going to enter in Gemini, and we are going to see our focus, okay, our feelings about this Mars, that finally we have to cooperate. Finally, we have to be friends. But with who you gotta be friends first? Within yourself. Before you be friends with someone, you gotta be friendly from within you. Before you be in a relationship with someone, you gotta be in a relationship with you. Okay, that's what. If you have a duality from within you, then there's people's gonna have duality from in themselves. And the moon crossing with this, it is about going to help this transition, to help looking for it. That transition could be intense for the people who don't look for themselves. They always point the fingers towards somebody else. But that energy is going to be good with people who've done the inner work. And that is going to be because Mars and the moon is going to be trying with Pluto and Mercury and Virgo. Okay. So we're talking about Mercury. He is there about doing the proper communication, doing the right things with your hands. Your actions is going to talk about louder than your words. And now is the time you to prove all this for you. Okay. August 25th, the energy already Mars. It's 3 degrees um, Gemini. That energy is going to come in strong, but it's going to help for transformation, and that transformation is coming in with the trine with Pluto. Okay, that's what's going to be. Also, Mercury is going to move into Libra. It's about relationships. Beautiful time to set relationship with yourself within the new cycle. It's going to be evaluations with you and divine first, and then everything else falls in its place for you. At some point, the retrograde season is going to increase, and that is because Uranus is shifting retrograde in Taurus. Your value, understand that the values of material world is going to change from within you. Why? Because you may have the beautiful house, you may have the beautiful cars, you may have pile of money, you may have a beautiful places to go. You have all those beautiful fake people around you. What is in you? And that's what is going to be this revaluation for it. Okay, that is going to hit a lot of people in some place. We're going to evaluate as a conscious of collective conscious all that energy, and that retrograde season is going to begin. So much powerful, so much going on right now in August, guys. Um, and thank you, Unseen. Appreciate it. So I gotta figure out to do something up here so I can be able to look the charts and the maps at the same time. For you, just 1 second, guys. There we go. Go into a new window. I can put this up here. I can click here. All right, now that's the different story. So, I spoke to you that at the end of the cycle of Leo, we are going to have the sun for quite a bit, few days. There's going to be a very divine wisdom to all of us. That is going to be when things happen, when the sun begins to be entering 24th, 25th degree of Leo, and pretty much of the first 7, 8 degrees of Virgo. So that cycle of that wisdom is going to come in into the sun first, but then that cycle is going to come in when Venus walking in there. Now we are going to have Venus, the queen of love, getting its wisdom. Lot of good learning in there. a lot of good wisdom from divine. That it's Pluto who is retrograde, that is Neptune who is retrograde. Pluto, the hidden god, gives you a message, gives you a gift. All right. Neptune, who is retrograde, clears the confusion of the old within you. That's power of wisdom that's gonna come to us. So don't make any actions until you gain the wisdom. Because when the wisdom comes in, so is the right things is gonna happen to it. What are the dates for that in Leo? For it, I'll give it to you guys. So basically, that will begin at. Give me a second because I have to make adjustments of the dates. The visions, they're going to begin from the 22nd degree, and that will be August 14th. And so August 16, it's going to be the sun is going to be there. And that energy is going to be, this divine energy is going to be playing a lot. It's going to go back and forward between at some point it's going to point to the sun. At some point that energy, which is going to be on August 20th, is going to point back into Pluto, which is your transformation energy comes within you. Now, by doing the actions of this, you're going to point towards to it. At 21st, that energy is going to stop. It's only going to be with Pluto. The sun is going to move into August 22nd. It's going to move into Virgo. That energy is not going to be present for a little while. And now the moon is going to passing through Venus. It's going to have oppositions with Saturn. It's going to be a lot of karmic lessons, by the way, to tell you, to all of you, because Venus is going to square the North Node in Uranus, and it's going to be opposing Saturn. Let me just close the door because of construction. That's better for you guys to hear. And if you look, we're looking at here at the 27th of August, which is entering that 4th degree of Virgo, we're getting that energy again. The divine energy of Neptune comes in play, and there's going to be a lot of divine energy exactly on the 30th. I mean, it's going to be, can't explain it to you. There's going to be a Venus and the moon that is actually in Libra, points out divine energy towards the visions for the new future. It's going to come in towards Neptune. So meaning that you can give your desires of what you wanted to see. There is a feedback from Jupiter as divine energy towards the sun. There is a divine energy from Pluto and Neptune towards Venus. On this coming in, Uranus and Pluto supporting the moon that is actually in Libra on that day. It is about feeling the emotions within Libra, about relationship, partnership, and everything. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I mean, what else you can want is to be the beauty of the truth in there. If you're not in the truth, you're going to get this intense energy of opposition of the Venus opposing Saturn. It's kind of like, I don't want to get off of this gel. I'm okay where I am. I'm opposing the karma. I'm opposing what God's giving to me. I don't need the gifts of God. All I want is money. It's not going to happen. You're going to understand the value of the money because Uranus and the North Node are in Taurus, where the money are. That's what I'm saying this word. I'm not saying it because of anything else. It's going to be a very good part. If you're catching these waves, that's going to help you to have a different value of what you think life is. The value of being alive, the value of being loved, the value of a relationship, the value of communications. Okay, beautiful energy. All right, you guys put that in your calendar. As the Gemini, we're gonna have Mars in Gemini, and during that, when a Mars is there within Gemini, Mars is squaring the Sun with Virgo. That's mean that the Virgos got this control over, while the Gemini, they don't need control. What they need is freedom, and they need a proper relationship. So if you're Gemini at that position, for it, it's going to be good for you. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a good for you because this could be, we have a Saturn there is in Aquarius, beautiful trine with the karma in there, the karmic ruler, which Saturn is. Beautiful energy during that day for with the moon. We also have a Mercury who is into Libra. It all is going to trine towards Gemini. So the people who are Gemini, they're going to feel blessed in a way. It all depends of the rest of the configuration, Samantha, over your chart for it. But generally speaking wise, it's a beautiful energy. Beautiful energies for Gemini. So to continue with this going forward, okay, September 7th is going to be beautiful energy. Venus now is in Virgo. Healing. There's going to be a lot of healing in there. And during this few days, let me tell you what the few days are going to be. All right. It's going to begin with entering of Virgo within the 3rd degree. That's going to be the time, divine energy with retrograde Jupiter with Venus. Venus and Jupiter, that is considered to be the most beautiful aspects in the astrology. They're connecting with growth, love, and a partnership and everything. So that is the time when the two most powerful gods within you, that's gonna be connecting in divine connection. But since Jupiter is retrograde, he's going to teach Venus about divine wisdom. Okay, so Venus is going to be squaring Mars. It's like, I don't want to see Mars. I don't want to see him. No. And the divine tells you, why not? I got this, I got that. Well, no. You got to look, you got to learn for it. The Sun in Virgo, it's actually it's divine energies with Saturn. And it's like, it's going to help you. It's going to heal from within. Mercury is in Libra, so going to be a lot of communications with all this. And Samantha talking about Gemini, that trine that I told you about Mercury. For it, Mercury is going to be trine Mars, and Mars is trining Saturn and the Moon during this period. Beautiful for the masculine and beautiful for the Gemini, as long as you don't have to deal with the stubbornness of Venus. Okay, I mean, sometimes when the females get stubborn, the female energy when it gets stubborn, guess what? It's got to be on their way. It's not always got to be your way. Sometimes you got to learn to cooperate, and that's going to be a lesson in there for Venus during this few days. That's September 7th. Okay. That same energy is going to be September 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and it's going to go away until down the road at, I think there you go, at 14th. At 14th is going to have the divine energy. Venus is going to have divine energy with Saturn. It's going to be there. Now Saturn is teaching you. You didn't listen to God. Now Saturn is going to teach you because you're going to receive karma. And you're like, okay, I didn't listen by the good thing. I'm going to receive karma. But if you listen to being good, you create an actions of process of transformation of growth from within you. Now you're going to receive a good karma for it. You're going to receive thanks. But if you oppose it, then the bad karma comes in and you're like, what happened? And it's going to be like, oh, you didn't learn. Now you're going to learn for it. Yes, in a way, yes, Josh, because your moon in Gemini is actually your emotions. Your vibrations are in there. So that kind of like is going to be related to the Gemini as well for you. Okay, we are going to have a Mercury retrograde in Libra. Very powerful Mercury retrograde and Libra. And the date of that retrograde will be, I just gotta go back. And that's gonna be September 10th. So September 10th, Mercury is gonna be there, retrograde. And now we are having Uranus, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. And then I miss on Jupiter retrograde. We have 6 planets in the retrograde, full blast for you. For the people who are Aries and Libra, you gotta be very careful with this because there is the oppositions between Jupiter and Mercury, which is intense communications without growth. You have to find different routes for it. And the route for this is going to be the divine masculine, which is Mars, who is in Gemini, towards Uranus, I'm sorry, towards Jupiter, or that's going to be use Saturn, the teacher of karma, to have the communications. So you guys already know about Mercury retrograde. Communications is about internal, not in external communications. And it's going to be about relationship evaluations from within you. The sun is going to be at Virgo still, divine energies with Saturn. Okay, so that is the September 10th. And Mercury is going to be retrograde until, let me give you the date for it. Oh, one important date, by the way. We're going to have a meeting of Virgo Libra cusp, and we are going to have when the sun shifting from Virgo to Libra, and kind of like a new moon at the same time, and meeting Venus at the same time. A lot of you is going to feel that shift. That's going to be September 24th. Okay. September 24th, 23rd, 24th, you're going to feel 25th, you're going to definitely feel that energy. What's piling on that part of the zodiac signs, usually when 4 planets coming together brings a lot of intensity, a lot of positivity, and a lot of woohoo, you wish not to be born for it. So we are going to have the moon, Venus, Mercury, who is retrograde, comes back into Virgo, and we have the sun, all that spots for you. Sagittarius. The energies could be not that much affecting towards Sag, pretty much at this time, CC, for it. The only problem with Sagittarius, that will be Mars this time, because Mars is in across the whole. Mars is going to be the opposition. He is in Gemini. And there could be a lot of issues with dealing with friends, maybe abandoning friends, aggravated friends. But that can also lead on the personal level, CC aggravated in yourself and a relationship with yourself. because those are duality signs. It's going to be a lot of internal issues. So you as a Sag for it, or Sagittarius, you're interesting with, be mindful about it. Okay, they are both signs of communications. Gemini is for, oh, your Mars is in 8th house. Well, yeah, gotta be kind of like uh, that is about material things with others. Be careful with this. Mars in the 8th house. CC. And Mars in Gemini, that is the relationship from within me. A lot of the Geminis, they take that relationship within me to their friends. No, it's personal. While the Sagittarius is actually my relationship with others. What did I tell them? What did I express to them? What I'm doing to them? That's why Sagittarius, it's the house of expression. Expressions through writing, through art, to communications, through talks, and everything for it. So be mindful about this, CC. All right. So continue going on forward. We were looking when Mars is going to be a retrograde, but we are going to have a Venus and the Sun coming together at Libra. So Mother Venus is at home, and now Mother Venus is pissed. Why? Why could be the Mother Venus be pissed on October 1st? The relationships are a mess. People forget what love is. People forget what dignity is, the truth is. All right. And everything else. And astrology wise, we're going to have the moon in Sagittarius. We have the moon in Sagittarius. We have a Mars. There is a, and kind of like the end of Gemini. And since Venus is the beginning of Libra, that is a rough squares in there, because we have a Mercury retrograde, and I'm expecting a lot of the people going to have or cut out the relationship because the truth and the true love is not there. Soon as the Venus begins to enter into Libra, you are going to feel this. Okay, that position between Venus, between Virgo and Libra, is going to be rough. Also, for the new cycle, for those of us in the new cycle, it's going to opposing Jupiter, who is at 2 degrees at Aries. Now the truth's coming out. You're going to be finding truths that you never knew about it before. And since everything is in retrograde within your soul, you're going to feel this for it. Because people forget what love is, true love is. So we are going to be dealing with this energy quite a lot. Something going on in the chat. Yes, I'm a Sag in the last week, feeling strong calling, alignment to purpose, mission, but also, yes, exactly, Anna Breeze. You're gonna be pissed at, sometimes in October about this for it. So I don't understand anything about my chart. Erica, we gonna, if you wanna catch me up later on, I'll explain it to you a little bit about your chart. Rate of Light, Skywalker. Jupiter in the 7th house in Sag, so will be test my relationship. How could this affect my relationship with the TF? Ray, what degree is that for it? Jupiter in the 7th house. That's mean growth within the relationship. That's what Jupiter in the 7th house, through marriage, through union. Ray. That's what represent. But since Mars is an opposite side, they could be pretty intense energies. especially if your Jupiter, it's kind of like in the last 10 degrees of Sagittarius. Be mindful about this for it. At the 11th degree, that's going to be okay. You kind of like going to be, you're going to get this similar energy, but it's not going to be that much. For it, you probably got earlier when a Mars was it within the first 10 degrees of Gemini, you probably have intensity, but not during the Mercury retrograde season, though. You're kind of like going to be more safe on that case. For it, I always feel the Mercury retrograde very reflective time. Yeah, Mercury retrograde is very powerful for the GS because now you like it or don't like it, you have the communications with them. Can't escape divine. When a divine wants to send messages in and out, you can't escape this. Even if you, doesn't matter, you try to run, try to hide, you can't escape this. And yes, Anna Breeze, we know from past experience that we should not do this, and be careful about around October about all this, because Mercury doesn't have any pretty much positive aspects except with Pluto, which is change. So change, okay? But communication wise, there's a lot of squares going on, a lot. I mean, I cannot even count them on that date for you guys. So there is a square between Mercury with the Moon. There is a square between Mercury retrograde with the Ascendant, Mercury retrograde with Mars. Then is the oppositions with Jupiter. There is a also now positions with Neptune, because Jupiter and Neptune kind of like all kind of come kind of like a close within there with like in 9 degrees of each other. So it's going to be a lot intense. That's October 1st. So guys, October 1st, just shut off your phone. Okay, I advise you. Okay, don't say I didn't say it. All right, October 1st, just shut the thing off and go out in the woods. Okay, go out in the woods and disconnect and reflection, inner communications. Okay, that's what it's going to be for you guys. And let me give you when Mercury is going to be coming in retrograde. I think it's on the 2nd. Between the 1st and the 2nd, actually after all this period there, we just talk about it, Mercury is going to turn direct, and you're going to be feel a little bit more. That's probably going to be the last more intense day of Mercury retrograde. So yes, deal with it, but in a good manners. Okay. So during October, the Sun and the Venus kind of like going to traveling together. It is about time to have a love and relationship and a partnership, proper things. There's going to be something beautiful that's going to kind of happen during that travel. Divine energies that kind of comes in from the North Node and Uranus, which is the universe, and we are going to experiencing this energy is going to shift with within the AMC is going to be involved in there. We're going to have a Neptune at some point involved in there. It's kind of like when it begins to move at the last 10 degrees of Libra, that energy is going to be more powerful. And the beginning, we are going to be pissed off that the truth is not there, the values are not there. But now, during today's movement of Libra, we understand the power of love, because Libra is the house of love. That's the 7th zodiac sign, which is represent partnerships, relationships with everything and anyone. And the most important partner relationships with others. That is include the universe. That is include everything from relationship with people, with friends, spouses, uh, co-workers, and so on and so on. All right. And I'll give you a little bit of heads up when these energies are going to kick in. Uh, the moon, it's going to join in October 11. It's going to join Uranus and the North Node. This divine energy is going to be giving you a tremendous, tremendous power. We have the North Node, the moon, and Uranus just blasting over Venus and the sun with love. Saturn is entwined with the sun and Venus. Karma is right there, giving you what you need to receive. Probably that's going to be a good time for receiving love back to you. We'll see. We will watch in for it, but that is October 11th. All right, just guys put it in your calendars. It's pretty much October 12th. I mean, beginning of that season for it, we are going to have then divine energy of Venus and the sun is going to be coming together. It's going to be a divine energy is coming from Neptune. Okay, that's going to be on October 15th. Venus right now it's 22 degrees. The sun is 23. They're going to come into union together. Neptune, it's guiding them divinely how to come into a union with from within, and it's going to have some divine energy as the moon is going to be at the last degrees of Leo and the last degree of Libra. It's going to point out towards Neptune and Pisces. Okay, that's divine energies of Leos and Libra. Okay, we talk about that 24th, 25th degree of Leo that we are going to experiencing by the end of the Leo season. Now it's pretty much the same thing, but it's happening now with Libra from within you. All right. 27 degrees of Libra, we are going to have the union with precisely within Venus and the Sun. That's going to be October 20th, preparing for a Scorpio season within us. So I fell asleep begin the video. Sorry, I had a vision of energy through triangle, which was turning with the straight lines. Yeah, there's gonna be some energies like this, CC. Sorry you fell asleep. Probably my voice it's making you sleep going in meditation. At the 28 degrees, we are going to experiencing very powerful energy from Jupiter, who's going to be at the last degrees of going back into Pisces. He's going to be at 35 minutes in Aries, just moving back. And he's going to be kind of like give his last blessing of light before going into the darkness. Because of Jupiter is going to enter in Pisces, but it's going to be square and it's going to be doing some this energy while the moon and Venus crossing together in Scorpio. That is going to be exactly at 23rd of October. Jupiter is still going to be in Aries, moving slow, but we are going to have now divine energies from all this. And the moon, Mercury, and Venus, and the sun kind of like coming in together again. And you're going to feel that energy on 23rd. Specifically on the 24th, that the divine energies are powerful, but it's going to be a square from Pluto. How you transform, you're going to be tested on that transformations, how you take in the energies. So be patient with yourself during this period of October. All right. Something else that is going to be a different. Okay, we are having a shift that's going to happen on 27th, 28th of October. That's going to be when the Jupiter officially is going back into Pisces. For those of you on the new road, you're kind of like, why did I get back with this? Why I gotta deal with this? I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with these things. I don't want to deal. You're going to feel it. But it's about to review. How about you went out on a trip, you improve yourself, and now you go back and tell the people how you improve yourself. That's how you have to look at it. Give that retrograde season this power from within you, you helping others. That's what it's going to be. That's what Jupiter brings, that knowledge back to people. Look at the other side of the coin. Not we only come back, but we also brings that into the people. Okay, beautiful message that's going to be in there with this. All right. So during the sun, when it's Scorpio, there's going to be some October 30th. There's going to be an opposition with begin opposition with the North Node in Uranus, but you're going to have to face the past karma, the things, the issues that was from the past that needs to be brought to the surface for a better future. Beginning this October 30th, I'll tell you until when. On 31st, Halloween is going to be pretty intense energy. Don't say I didn't tell you so. But that energy of the karma is dealing the past karma. It's going to last until, so November 7th, crucial day. Mercury, the sun coming together. Then Mercury is moving forward. And that opposition, it's going to be kind of like very powerful. That's going to be when on November 8th, 16 degrees of Sun, 16 degrees of Mercury, opposing 16 degrees of Moon, and 16 degrees of Jupiter and North Node. So God bless your soul for it. Yeah, I want to see this because I'm tired of this Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Saturn thing of Aquarius. I've been seeing these squares for a very long time, and they are the same energy that you don't want to deal with, and the same energy that, like it or not, you have to deal with it. But now, since everything is in Scorpio, it's kind of like opposite of what happened in Taurus. And it's going to be a pretty intense, good days around November 11th, November 12th, 13th, 14th. It's going to be a very good day for you. And now we're going to have a Saturn finally moves forward. So whatever you learned, you're going to better be performing now. And at some point, and November 20th, we have Venus and Mercury coming together, and we're preparing the sun to go into Sag. Beautiful season of Sagittarius. So if you have something in Sag, you're going to feel a lot of love. You're going to be hearing a lot of messages. The sun is coming in there for it. I'm going to travel October 14th, 15th. With some people and my twin. Erica, what was that? October 14th, 15th. Let me go back in there. See what it is. Okay. Give me a few seconds. 16th, 14th, 15th. If you're in a good energies, that is at the moment that I'm talking about the 14th, October 14th. It's the birthday of my brother, by the way. It's beautiful trine between, also there is a lot of divine energies there, Erica. They coming from Neptune and Uranus towards the Venus and the Sun. Beautiful divine love. I gotta tell you, beautiful. Also, there is a trine between the Moon that it's joined with Mars. That's kind of like a feminine energy with Mars in Gemini. A good time for communications. It's beautiful trine with Saturn, which is the karma. Saturn is on trine with Venus and the Sun. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Only thing that will be kind of like not good if Mars and the Moon get angry. And aggravation is gonna be not good because it's gonna miss a growth in there, and also lack of transformation. So if you travel with your twin, use the inner peace. Not fight, no pressure, no push-ups, but give this feminine care, okay? But don't kind of like you do something simple for him and let it go. If he wants to give back, he's gonna come do something simple, and that could kind of like get the thing slowly. No push, no rush. Allow the divine to handle all that if you travel with it, okay? Larola, hi, thank you for coming into a chat. Neptune and Sagittarius. Yeah, there's gonna be some. When the sun, let me just go back in there because I come back October, November. 1 second. Larola, what is your Neptune and Sag is degree is? If that is in the first degrees, the first 10 degrees is going to be beautiful, very beautiful time. Sag season is going to become on November 22nd for it. Yes, pretty good, Erica. Yeah, you do that, it's going to grow. So during the Sagittarius season, we are going to have the moon join Venus and Mercury. It kind of, first is going to have a new moon in Sag. That's going to be on 23rd. And then the moon is going to talk to Venus and Mercury. It's going to be about this intuitions, about communications and the proper things and expressions and apologies times and everything. So it's going to be a good time. CC, Saturn and Leo, 10th house, Jupiter and Chiron, Tenerius. We're talking about the Sagittarius season for you, CC. There's going to be a Saturn series is going to be in the 10th house. For you, there's going to be a point of time that there's going to be, if it's after the 20th degrees, CC, there's going to be a divine energies from Jupiter and Neptune towards, if your Saturn is like within 21, 22, 23, I think until 27 degree of Leo, there's going to be this positive energy for you. But gotta be very careful because this is going to be opposing Saturn. There is a in Aquarius. So the two Saturns, the present and your Saturn, there's gonna be a lot of clash in there. What your secrets are, what the things are, what you denied to learn, or what you denied to accept. You accepting the new or you don't. You restricting the new or you don't. So it's gonna be interesting in there what it is for. Erica, I have an Neptune and Sagittarius. Beautiful. Very beautiful for you, Erica. It's going to be very beautiful for you. Yes. Okay. Because Venus and Mercury, they meet in Sag at the 9th and the 10th degree. and the sun and the moon, they meet at the second degree of Sag. So you got your Neptune in there. Beautiful visions. Beautiful. Very beautiful for you. You're gonna get expression of your visions for it, or maybe writing a letter, or it's gonna be beautiful for you. I'm happy for you. Jupiter and Chiron in Aries of the sixth house. If you got the growth CC within your 10th house, you gotta be careful in there. For first of all, can be a kind of like situations with uh, that Aries, because Chiron is going to be on Aries as well. So look at what you haven't healed and what you need to heal, CC. Okay, but Jupiter in Aries is going to help you of getting to this new road, because Jupiter is going to come back in Aries for you. He's still retrograde. He's going down towards Neptune. Now there is only 6 degrees between Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces, so a lot of a lot of confusion is going to be cleared out. We also have a Mars who is retrograde in Gemini, which is going to be squaring the current Jupiter in there, and that could lead to look at it from within your divine masculine that doesn't want to learn. CC. All right, let's keeping going with what's coming up. And at 24th, 25th, we're gonna experiencing shift, because the sun, the sun is moving within Sagittarius. It's gonna be a divine energies now with Uranus towards the sun, and we're gonna experiencing that energy begin to fill within, but also Venus and Mercury. Okay, so there's going to be that divine energies from Uranus, because Uranus is coming retrograde and the sun moves in. So that's going to be this energy of quite a few, maybe like a week or so. You're going to feel these divine energies with you, divine messages for you guys. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful time. But now Mars is retrograde. Mars learn all the crap about relationships with friends and surrounding. You need to understand the Gemini, they're very about their surrounding, who they're surrounded with. They're very careful who is surrounded with, and they evaluate everyone that is surrounded with. So during the Mars period, okay, you guys have to take a look yours situations with your surrounding. That could include job, friends, family, relatives, and friends, and so on. Everyone who surrounds you and all your area of your life. That's what the Mars is there. And now, when a Mars turns retrograde, you are going to illuminate yourself upstairs. Who, what, and where, and how, and why. That's what this Gemini season of Mars will be. And he's going to be there until March. So you have quite a bit of inner work to do on this position. Okay, 27th of November, this divine energy will be, it's going to increase on 29th, 30th, 31st, 2nd of December. This energy is going to come on and on until Mercury breaks down. It's going to be the divine energy towards Venus still going on December 6th, 7th, 8th. Now the sun is getting all these energies, the divine energies continue going on. On December 14th, Mercury and Venus there in Capricorn. It's going to be divine messages of Venus and Mercury for you. But now there's going to be a square between the Sun and Jupiter for you. Okay. Okay. So wish you good luck. That's all I can say for it. So continue with these energies that we are going to experiencing. We are going to have some Pluto is going to move direct. We're going to have Neptune is going direct. And now we are going to be looking for our favorite guy, which is Jupiter, to go direct. And that's going to be at December 30, 34. 1901. It's still gonna be retrograde. That's gonna be December 6th, 7th. Yeah, around December 4th and 5th, we're gonna be having the stationary, and then he's gonna begin to move forward. That isn't gonna enter back Aries at December 20th. I looked at it, but I want to verify for it. There he is. Yes, December 20th. He's going to enter this. So let me guys see you for a little bit, and now can answer your other questions you guys have for you. And hopefully within this new cycle, we are going to be much better. But now we got a big passion from within. We have a lot of patience from within us, a lot of good positions from within us. And hopefully we're going to bring this new cycle to more people during the retrograde season and do the right things, not only for us, it's not only for us, but for everyone around us. Okay, guys. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you.
Ю, кое фото? Ти извинявай. Код? Код кой?
То няма един единствен код.
Той е един единствен.
All right, I think I have to go. They need me here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. We're gonna be doing some more work in here, and we are gonna be getting this beautiful piece within us. Let's carry it with us. All right.
Ю